As in, I don't know how January could have been a longer year to get through, but we have good things to talk about book-wise here on the channel. Sandy says read, and welcome to the channel. You guys, I know that the intro has a subliminal message embedded in it asking you to subscribe to the channel, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now. Please subscribe to the channel. I need more subscribers so that we can get more people interested in books here at the channel so we can, I don't know, boost the algorithm. Convince YouTube that this book channel is the book channel for you. Okay, guys, what we're doing today is the January wrap-up. And yes, I know we are already into February. That's just how it is here. January was a long year to get through, right? I believe that each year that I go through, each year, I'm ancient, each year that I go through, each January just seems to take longer and longer and longer to get through. It's just happening. It's just the way it is for me. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're going to take advantage of that each year and just do more things in January. And I did a lot of things in January. I'm going to talk about them now. Some of those things were bookish related, which all y'all out there will be interested in hearing. So let's dive in. I've got my list to keep this somewhat organized for you guys. I go the extra mile for you. Okay. Health-wise, guys, I survived. Okay. I'm not going to go into all the particulars of the craziness of my health in January. I survived. I'm still here, and that is good. So next, house updates. Because of my crazy health stuff in January, I needed to get out of the house to go to a doctor appointment, right? The morning of said doctor appointment, I could not get out of the house because the garage door decided not to work. Yeah, it was not the garage door's problem because I had a garage door company come that day to fix said garage door. No, not the garage door. It was the electricity, which is not a surprise in this silly little house. This house, as I've told you before, was built in 1981. So it's, it's a little bit older for a house. And every once in a while, an electrical outlet or a light switch will just stop working. They're just done. They've had enough of their life here and they just quit working. So that's what happened in the garage that day. So when I got my voice back, I hired an electrician to come and look at that and fix it, and it got fixed. It was wonderful to have that resolved. You guys, that kicked me into gear. I'm telling you, the almost week of going without being able to use the garage door properly, like a human in this century, was almost debilitating. Okay. And I know that sounds stupid. I know it does, but it's the truth. I could not get out of my garage unless I went back there and disabled it and lifted it myself. And then, you have to put it back down yourself and lock it. Okay. Obnoxious. Okay. It's just obnoxious extra steps. And I know first world problems, I understand, but it was obnoxious. So once it was fixed, and I was able to use the garage door properly again, and the lights would come on properly again, it was like I had this epiphany. I realized, hey, if I were to fix some of the other silly little things happening in my house, I might feel really good about those things too. Go figure. So I did. You guys, I called a plumber and had a plumber come and fix the kitchen sink properly. I've been trying to fix it myself like an idiot since June or July, whenever that problem happened. You guys, a plumber came and gave me a quote and then had his worker come the next week and fix the kitchen sink. It is now fixed. I can use both sides of the kitchen sink without them leaking once again. It's like I have joined the human race once again. I am back in this century. I can use my kitchen. I also had the plumber fix the shower in the bathroom. Now my shower is no longer this weird crap fest of strangeness. I used to have this 1981 fixture in my shower where it had like the 3 handles for the faucet. Like you would turn on the hot water, you would turn on the cold water, and then you turn on the shower thing in the middle, right? Well, the hot water would not divert all of the hot water to the shower head above. It wouldn't divert all of it. So I was wasting hot water. Half the hot water was just going straight down the tub, the drain. Oh, there you go. There's the word for it. Half of the hot water was going straight down the drain. The other half was coming out of the shower head, which was also a problem. You guys, the plumber fixed it. It is fixed. I now have a new fixture for the shower, and the shower head works. It all works. The hot water diverts properly. Why did I wait so long? Why did I wait so long to fix that? I'm a moron. Okay, but now it is fixed, and I feel like I have joined this century plumbing wise. I also asked him to fix the sink in the bathroom because it also has been a pain since I moved in 2016. It's been that long that I've just dealt with the crap fest that is the fixtures in that bathroom. I thought that I was going to have like the whole bathroom refurbished and remodeled. That is way too much money. Oh, no. So for less than $1,000, I got the kitchen sink fixed, the bathroom sink fixed, and the shower fixed. Done. In like less than a day, all 3 of those things have been resolved, and it's great. It's wonderful. And I truly believe it's because that stupid garage door and just the weight that was lifted off of me when the garage door was resolved. I was like, oh my gosh, if I feel this good at having this resolved, how great am I going to feel if I fix these other things? Well, you guys, you know what else I fixed? I got a bunch of crap moved out of my house. I had like this television, this like, big screen TV. It was maybe 15 or 16 years old, and I haven't watched it. I haven't turned it on since like Christmas of 2020. I watched like the Hallmark Christmas movies on it. Then maybe it was 2021. That's all I watched on it was the Christmas Hallmark movies. I hadn't turned it on since then. I don't even know if it still works. It's just been sitting there gathering dust, looking stupid, taking up space on this big like utility shelf unit that I was using as an entertainment center. Okay, like the utility shelves that you would put in your garage or in your carport. That's what I was using as an entertainment center. It looked like a college dorm. Take it all away. So the Junk Gator, shout out to Junk Gator in Central Florida, wonderful guys. They came and they took away that television. They took away 2 printers that no longer worked. Remember the possessed printer? It's out of here. It and its possession, whatever demon was in it, gone. Those things are gone. I got rid of that utility shelf. I got rid of this huge desk that took up way too much space in my den. Gone. Out of here. You guys, I got rid of so much crap. And they only charged me like $200 to take all that crap away. For $200, I have peace of mind. You guys would not believe how much space I have and how much better I can think when I'm in my den. I've got a smaller desk that I've moved in there. Perfect. It's amazing. This may sound a little crazy, but it is. It is amazing how much freer I feel in this house now that a few things work and now that I have more space and less crap. There you go. Okay, what else is on the list? I've gone over all this crazy stuff. Okay, the sink, the hauled away the junk. There is sad chicken news. One of the Bonnies was killed. I think a raccoon is and I don't want to go too much into it. I will burst into tears, but it's very sad, horrible that happened. And okay, let's move on with writing stuff. Let's get into some bookish stuff, okay? Writers Weekly, their 24-hour short story contest, that was on January 11th. The prompts for this month's short story was, it was something about neighbors playing pranks on each other. I was like, oh, I got this. So I wrote a short story about a couple of elderly neighbors playing some pranks and getting fussy with one another. I'm not going to say that I based any characters on anyone in my neighborhood, But let's just say some of the ladies in my neighborhood inspired some of the dialogue and characteristics of people in my short story. Yeah. You guys, if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know there's plenty of fodder in my neighborhood. We got some crazy neighbors around here. There you go. What else? Travel. In January, at the very tail end of January, January 31st, I traveled up to Gainesville for the Sunshine State Book Festival. And let's see, I've got stuff here for that. This, we have a nice little program from that. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. The Sunshine State Book Festival. And these were all the little sponsors of that. If you want to freeze that and look at all those sponsors, you certainly can. But this had short bios for each of the 200 authors, 200 of us that were there. And it also listed out some of the programming that went on Friday for the authors, and then on Saturday for the public. On Saturday, February 1st, the Sunshine State Book Festival had like panel discussions and a keynote speaker and stuff like that for the public. And then the public could come into the ballroom and see the wares that we authors were distributing, hawking, selling. Yeah. Okay. While there, I purchased, let's see, something for Christmas, Valentine's Day, and Read Across America Day. You guys, Read Across America is coming up this year. They're celebrating it on March 3rd. The Read Across America week is March 2nd through the 8th, right? March 2nd through 8th. That's Read Across America week. But Read Across America Day is March 3rd. And typically that week, folks really concentrate on children's books and middle grade books and young adult reading. That's really the focus of Read Across America week each year. So I picked up, let's see, a children's book while I was there. I met Lisa Hook Bell at the reception on Friday night. I sat down and spoke with her for a little while. I met a new author friend, basically. And Lisa talked a little bit about her children's book. Let's get the glare off of it for you guys. There we go. See that? This is Kenya and the Terrible Tornado Toilet. And that sounds so silly and cute, but this is a really good story about facing a fear. And this is a story about a little girl who, she goes to school, and when she gets to school, she doesn't want to go use the bathroom because it's kind of scary in there and there's scary stuff. Okay, so she has to face the fear of using the public restroom at school. And, as an adult, we might not remember how weird it was when we were little and we had to go use the bathroom. Here we go. So I'm going to bring you guys a review of it on Read Across America Day. I have a couple of other children's books that we're also going to talk about on that day, but I picked this up at the festival after I talked with Lisa, and I think this is going to be a good one to talk about on that day. What else did I pick up at the festival? For Valentine's Day, I picked up Who Wants to Marry a Cowboy? This is by Abigail Sharp. I stopped by her table. She had a bunch of books to choose from. And I'm like, sell me one, pick one and tell me which one. Because I told her I needed something for Valentine's Day. And so this is the one she recommended to me. It's the first in a series of, actually, I marked it for you guys here. The Love Match series. This is Who Wants to Marry a Cowboy. Up next is Who Wants to Marry a Doctor. And then New Year's Expectations, or Who Wants to Marry My Ex-Husband. Okay, so it's a clever play on a theme. There we go. So this one is coming up, and I will be reviewing this one for you guys for Valentine's Day. Also, from the Sunshine State Book Festival, I picked up, also at Abigail's table, this one is Festivities and Felines, a holiday anthology. It's going to have a glare on it because it's a shiny cover, but there you can see this one. This has 3 novellas in it, or 3 short stories in it, and one of them is from Abigail Sharp. She wrote the Hanukkah story that's in it. The other 2, I think, are Christmas. And I wanted to mention that I'm going to find it. Hang on. Hold, please. I can get to the page. Okay. The publishing company that put this together is called Cat's Paw Cove. Cat's Paw Cove is a fictional, magical town where anything is possible. It was dreamed up by Winter Daniels and Catherine Keene and is located south of St. Augustine on Florida's Atlantic coast. The name Cat's Paw Cove is derived from the small islands in the harbor, which look like the pads of a cat's paw. And isn't that cute? Okay, so this is a Cat's Paw Cove romance set of stories. Cat's Paw Cove, published by CPC Publishing, Cat's Paw Cove Publishing. I will give more information about that when we do this review in December. So you got a little time before we do that one. All right, what else? That was the Sunshine State Book Festival section of our January wrap-up. Books, other books. Let's see. I finished reading the J.R.R. Tolkien translation of Beowulf. So I've got that one that I need to finish putting together my thoughts and prepare this and then film, not necessarily a review, but film a discussion for you guys. So we'll work on that. So we read that one finished that one in January. Then Dragon's Oath. This one is by PC Cast and Kristen Cast, right? PC Cast and Kristen Cast, the mother-daughter duo. PC Cast is going to be at Imaginarium in July, so I'm wanting to read a couple of her books in advance of that, ahead of that. And so Dragon's Oath, I went ahead and read right now before the end of the Chinese Year of the Dragon, January 29th. I wanted to get that read, and I included a review of that story. What was that? Did I write down where it was? Yeah, in the Dragon Reading Challenge wrap-up. So that was also in January. All right, guys, what else we have here? In January, I read Spring Forward, Fall Back in Love by Carol Preflattish. Read that quick, short little novella from Carol. Read that in time for our Valentine's Day content. So that review is coming at you really soon. I also read A Trick of the Tail, the story of every Genesis song by Travis Potts and Jen Selinsky. So this one I've got, I just need to film the review for you guys and bring that to you. Don't know when I'm going to get that accomplished. I'm hoping I do that right after this video, but there's some stuff happening. So I'm hoping to get that for you guys really soon. Wonderful. Wonderful. Without giving too much away. Wonderful. All right. Then what else? I read a chapter of Capture Your Dream by Sandy Lender. I read a chapter of this one for you guys. This one it's out now. It's available. It's a motivational and inspirational business book. And I read you one of the chapters that talks about one of the gentlemen whose stories I included as an anecdote for you in the book. So there's that. Is that everything that happened? That's everything that happened in January here at the channel and in my life that you might have some interest in. Also, in January, I received from my dad, he sent me a couple of things that had belonged to my Aunt B. She was an English teacher for many years, and she had, I have several of her books that she taught from, on the shelves over there. There's like a whole series of books that she taught from when she was teaching, but he found some more things. You guys look at this. This is Wuthering Heights, the Cliff's Notes of Wuthering Heights. The price on here is $1. Look at that. I want to see what they considered important for a student to know out of Wuthering Heights. I'm going to read it. I'm going to talk to you guys about it after I do. We also had Abraham Lincoln, the Great Emancipator. We have a little booklet about Abraham Lincoln, which I think is cool. And then she also had the Teacher's Study Guide of The Red Badge of Courage by Stephen Crane. So there is that. You guys, this Teacher's Study Guide, it is so thin. And I don't know if you can tell. Can you see how weathered these pages are? Look, copyrighted 1963, the Perfection Form Company, Logan, Iowa. All right, so this is the Teacher's Study Guide. So I'm going to read through this as well and bring you guys my thoughts on what these folks thought was important for teachers to share with their students out of the Red Badge of Courage. And I'm betting it's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, this was in 1963. A little bit different mindset from what we have today. That's all the things that happened in January. all the things that came in. No, one more thing. The Dragon Legends, a Dragon Soul Press anthology, arrived at the end of January. This is a huge chunk of a book. Okay, look, you see how thick that thing is. This is 25 authors, but a couple of authors have 2 stories. So I don't even know how many stories are in here. It's a lot. It's a few. Okay, so this is featuring 25 stories by the following authors. Maybe it's not 25 authors, it's 25 stories. You guys, there's at least 25 stories in the Dragon Legends anthology by Dragon Soul Press. One of them is Dragon Lessons by Sandy Linder. So let's see if we got a glare on that for you. Get the glare off of it for you. Isn't that cool? Look at that. A lady with a sword and a dragon egg. Now I think that's all for January. That's enough, right? That's enough of a January wrap up. You guys, thumbs up for all the dragony goodness that happened in January. Thumbs up for getting through the year of January. Yeah. We're going to do some great stuff in February as well. So please subscribe to the channel. Please click the bell notification icon so you are notified when we do the cool stuff in February and March for Read Across America Day. Thank you so much for tuning in.